Okay, next step in our fireplace plan here is the venting. It's kind of something I've been dreading doing. Sheet metal cuts me up. But I started laying this out. I got a couple pieces up there already. The problem I'm having is the directions, which side fits on which end. So the Y, this is a 12 inch, it goes to two 8 inches. The two 8 inches will come down into the top of the fireplace. But the Y faces this way, so my pipe faces this way, but my fan faces this way, and my cap faces this way. So I'm gonna have to do, so I got this tool here. I bought this, I don't know how long ago. I probably only used it a couple times. But it crimps it, so it makes that one end crimp down, and I should be able to reverse the direction by doing that. Okay, what I just installed here is a 12-inch inline duct fan. It's 975 CFM. It's a 12-inch pipe, and I can't remember if the pipe can move more air or less air. It's one of the two. But the two motors that come with the fireplace are both 500 CFM, which puts it 1,000 CFM. This is almost 1,000. So it should push just about as much air as the other two. The reason why I didn't use the other two was because I don't want to hear the fans. So I put this fan way out here. We're going to be 15 to 20 feet away from the actual fireplace. And this has a limit switch in it. It pops at 215 degrees. So by the time the heat gets from there down to this motor, hopefully it won't pop it. If it does, I guess I could have moved it down one more segment. The girls' bathroom is right over my right-hand shoulder. I was planning on putting at least one ductwork going into there. And this is going to be a real pain to redo later. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I think I'll just leave it here and see how it works. I also have an insulated sleeve that goes over this. So my plan is to get the whole pipe done and then slide it from one end down over. It's a R9, I think, or R8, something like that, insulated duct sleeve. This is going to be a 40 to 45 foot pipe altogether. So I really don't know how much air this is even going to be able to push that far down. It'll be kind of touch and go. I may have to replace this with a bigger fan, and I hope I'll be able to get in here. I put all the screws in line with each other, so if I ever have to undo this, hope I can pop this out, put a bigger fan in if needed. And then these wires, of course, you got your ground. Doesn't matter, the polarity is the same, doesn't matter which way I put these. If it's neutral or common, it'll both blow the exact same way. So I have to have power coming to one. The other one is going to go to a limit switch inside the fireplace, which won't turn on until the fireplace temperature reaches 110 degrees. Then it's also going to go to a switch that's in the living room, so we can turn the fan on and off as needed. Nice thing about this, if we turn the switch on and it's the middle of the night and the fire goes out or it doesn't get hot enough, the limit switch will turn it off automatically without us having to come down and flip the switch. So that'll save on power. This is only 75 watts, so this fan could run all night long and not hurt us at all. The pellet stove upstairs, when its fans are going, it has two fans going. It runs between 150 and 200 watts, so basically two fans times 75, it's roughly about the same. And that heats the upstairs ridiculously. The bad part about this is most of this ductwork is going to the upstairs. The downstairs, the radiant heat does great down there. We want to be able to use either or, either the wood burning fireplace or the pellet stove and still get heat into that big living room up there. The living room down here, or family room, whatever you want to call it, is going to get heated plenty by the fireplace. That fireplace is going to make it ridiculously toasty in there. Well, I believe I said earlier I should go find my cut-proof gloves. And I found them, but not before I sliced my hand open. I was rolling one of the tubes over and the other tube rolled down with it and sliced 2 of my knuckles. So that one's sliced pretty good. This one's not too bad. I get a bandage on that one. I put some gauze on that one. So bled for a while, and it's kind of funny because I have a scab there, and I'm going to have a cut there, a cut there. I got blisters there from when I was doing the block. And I'll smack with a rubber mallet every now and then. I just barely nip my finger, so I got 2 blood blisters. My hands are getting a little beat up. Oh well, that's how it goes. Oh, I got a cut there too. Another blood blister. Yeah, pretty rough, but I should be able to get these gloves on here still. So I can try to finish up. So almost made it an hour before slicing my hand open. And then it took me a half hour to find my gloves. But good to go. Everything down. Closer. You didn't get it clamped.
Mom couldn't get it.
Huh?
Mom couldn't get it. She got that much cleaning back. Thank you.
All I'm going to do is load these blocks up. You're going to take them back down behind the shed and stack them up.
Okay.
Okay? Valerie's pretty good at driving the equipment, so I don't mind her doing it. She likes it. She's been driving that skid steer for a couple of years now. So is Sydney. She's been driving the Mini-X on and off every now and then. So as long as they want to do it, I'll let them. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to stop on the duct work. I got everything up there. All the pipes are connected except for right there. It's not connected because this is a 25-foot section. And if I'm going to put the insulation on there, I don't want to put it all together. That may make it harder. So my plan is to put that pipe, run that on, then probably run this one on this way, pull them together, screw them together, and then tape them and everything. The one thing I don't know is I have the liquid flashing to seal it up, but I think it dries hard. And I still have to move this around a bit. So if I paint it on now, so it has a 1 hour dry time. So I think what I need to do is paint it on and then slip on the insulation right then and there. Otherwise it will crack when I put the insulation on, most likely. Don't quite know how I'm doing that. I don't have a brush. So instead, I'm just getting this sheathing back up. Already put that one sheet on. I got one more to go. And then the top piece, I've got to kind of cut like I did these, slip up around the trusses. So when I blow insulation there, it has something to get blown up against. But I've got this last sheet right here. So get that cut and slapped up real quick. I've got everything cleaned up like I like to do for the day. It makes coming back out the next day so much more enjoyable. But also, it's supposed to be a beautiful night tonight. So I told the girls to go get some more pieces of wood. And we're going to sit out here and enjoy the sunset and the stars. Should be beautiful. So I just had to drive an hour to pick up my stovepipe. $100 a foot for this pipe. It's 9 feet. It's been $900 for my stovepipe. That is crazy. We built the same stove. Boy, it was probably 8-9 years ago, maybe. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. And I think I spent $500 for 20 feet of pipe. And now it's $900 for 9 feet of pipe. Just absurd. But gotta have it. There's no way around this one. Bite the bullet and keep going, I guess. I'm kind of at a bit of a standstill on the fireplace, probably because my truck broke down. And it's not that I'm too cheap not to go get a new truck, it's that I can't afford it. I mean, to go get a new truck, it would be about as much as it would cost me to put siding on the house. So it's in the shop getting fixed. Hopefully it's nothing major. But I can't run to the store right now to get the stuff I need, and I keep getting caught up doing different work and things like that. So I haven't really done anything since we last talked, except I did get some mortar so I can do the top cap on the fireplace. So I got that there, and then I brought one of the doors out to see how that's going to fit into the space here. I just set it in there and then traced a line. It isn't centered, but up and down is pretty darn close. And then one thing that surprised me is I thought lip was bigger than that, but it actually stops right there. So I've got this gap, about a 1/2 inch gap on the bottom. So I may need to come through here and put a bed of mortar across the top there. I really thought this had like a 5-inch lip on it or so, but the bottom is, I mean, it's flat. There is no lip down there. There's a lip up here, no lip down there. So I was not expecting that. So I figured out how to do that. I don't know if it's a big deal, because when I finish the inside it will cover that gap, and this will have insulation all the way around it. Another problem I'm noticing is that if I measure from here to where the hole is 6 inches, and that puts it on this side of the weld. And the problem with that is that that is into where the airflow is at. And I don't want to have holes in there to where smoke that's in here could get sucked in through one of these holes and blown into the house. It's supposed to be drilled into this fin right here on either side. So I got to shim it out a little bit, basically. And again, that's not a big deal. I'll just put something behind here when I put the door in to hold it out, and then get my screws drilled in there. But this door is 100 and some pounds, so it's not light. Picking up in there is a little rough. But since my truck's broken, Barry's in town. He's going to pick up some things for me, so I can work on this tomorrow, hopefully, and go ahead and get the air sealant on here, and then get the flex duct around it. So on this flex duct, this actually has the duct, the plastic duct inside with the wire, but it's actually cheaper to buy the whole setup than just buy the insulation. And the nice thing about it too is that that wire mesh inside, you'll see it when I do it, actually holds the form of the duct as I'm pulling it through, and then it just kind of feeds and pops out the back. So it'll be a little difficult because I'm doing it up in the attic space there, but I should be able to make that work. I may need to have the girls or Natalie help me while I'm doing that, but hope it'll go up pretty smooth. But I can't really do anything else. I can't run the duct work down to the top until I know where, actually maybe I can. I think I can actually. I could probably do that. Maybe work on that real quick. I got to do some stuff with the solar too, but maybe I could work on that. If not, I'll just wait. It's not a big deal. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so it'll be a good day to get up in that hot attic space and get that done.
Okay, so I found Dad's phone, and I decided why not catch him off guard and see what he's doing. So we're just gonna walk out here, find him. Hello, dearest of father. How are you doing?
Okay.
What are you planning?
Trying to figure out how this flange goes in there, because it goes in too far, so I'm trying to figure out the depth, how it fits in there.
Shouldn't you be working on like the walls and stuff? Isn't that like a later thing?
I can't work.
Why?
is on my hand.
What's wrong?
See the difference?
Yeah.
I got stung right there by a wasp.
Ow.
And my whole hand swelled up. This is actually better than it was. It was bigger this morning. You can clearly tell a difference in my hands. So this one hurts. It's swollen about up to right here. I start to feel the swelling. And I can close my hand about that much.
It's like a giant baby's hand.
I know.
That's what it looks
It's my
like.
new anti-wrinkle solution. So if you want to get rid of wrinkles, just take a wasp and just start poking it around your face and you swell up all beautiful like this. It's great.
Become a big baby.
Yeah. So I can't really do anything because I really can't work with one hand and get up on ladders and climb up in there and everything. So I'm out of commission, but it doesn't stop me from sitting in here thinking and overthinking and rethinking and reevaluating my life decisions. Yeah.
I guess.
Finally getting back out here to work after my little bee sting incident. Actually, it wasn't a bee, it was a wasp. I don't even know what kind of wasp it was. I'm allergic to bees, but I have bee hives, which doesn't make much sense. But I've never had an issue with wasps. And this thing, my hands swelled up like mad for a couple days. But we're a few days beyond that now. I was able to come out last night and get a few things done out here in the addition. So I got the soffit vents put in and then got insulation shoved into all the spaces above. And then I also had to go through and put some little foam, that's just good stuff or great stuff, whatever, foam in those cracks. I did that because after I put the insulation there, I could literally see light through there. Because I built these trusses myself, they have these plates on the sides, and that allowed a gap underneath. And I would make sure it was filled because that would just have straight cold air or straight hot air blowing right onto the top of the drywall. So I want to make sure that was sealed up pretty good. So I've got to nip off all my drips and everything still. And then hopefully I can get to this trunk line here today. Hopefully I can get up there and go ahead and get everything sealed up and get the insulation on it. And then maybe even start piping everything down through here. I held the drywallers off for 2 weeks, and I've got 3 weeks, no, less than 3 weeks until that time is up to get all that ductwork done and get all this drywall hung. So we'll see if I can get that done or if I got to push them off another week or two. Alright, so here's what we got looking down the pipe.
What?
Not talking to you.
What?
And there's our insulation layer. Here's our outside layer. Way down there. Quite a bit of a booger to get put on. Well, the problem we're having now is my insulation is back there. It needs to be up here. So now he's going to pull the outer liner from that end, and I'm going to hold the insulation from this side. Well, we're getting close here. I got it all straightened out and looking good, and I just put the Y on here. Haven't screwed it into place yet. I got this bunched up so I can pull some of it around, and I'll take a piece from the other side to cover up this end. But what I'm competing with are those guys, wasps. They are all over the place in here. I really wish I could have got this done during the winter like I wanted to, because I knew that this was going to be a challenge, avoiding all these wasp nests that are everywhere. I don't know, no turning back now. I hope I won't get stung and swell up like I did the other day. I just checked the garage and I am short a little bit of ductwork. You can see right there, about 3 inches off. I gotta go about 1.5 inches or so inside. So just about a 4 to 6 inch piece, probably a 6 inch piece would have got me there. There's not much I can do about it. Probably for the better because I'm out of screws, so I need to get those. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that little pipe. I'll see if I can't call around and see if someone has just a piece of scrap sitting around that I can use. Otherwise I gotta buy a whole new piece, which isn't a huge expense, but then I just have, I'm gonna cut a, what'd that be, a 30 inch, 24 inch piece off, something like that, and then have the rest of it laying around plus that piece that's already up there. Frustrating. It'd be nice if I could slide it down, but I can't. So anyways, stuck for today. Gotta figure something else out. Gotta get screws. But we got a pretty good amount done. I mean, I've got this side's completely done up into there. None of this is screwed together. I was just trying to dry fit it. I got this first one fully insulated all the way down to the wall. And then I've got to get this next pipe hooked up in there, and then we'll go ahead and insulate it the rest of the way down. But I can't even screw that pipe on because, again, I'm out of screws. Trying to find things I can still do. So I'm up inside the chimney, and I'm trying to find center of my chimney stack. I need more slack. So I've got here is a plumb bob. I've got a ruler down there centered. Show you here. So down there I've got just a square over it, and it's a 10-inch pipe, so I'm right on 5. I just gotta let it sit there and settle until it stops bouncing around, and then I'll mark up here where center is at. Then I can cut my pipe out when I'm ready for it. I did knock down all the nests up in here, so I'm not going to get stung, but it's definitely hot. So Valerie and I ran into Home Depot and I looked for some 8-inch pipe, and I found the most beat up piece of pipe I could possibly find in the stack. Took it up to the register and asked for a discount and got a discount. So I got that piece cut out, taken care of. It was right about 6 inches longer than the piece that I had in there. And anyways, I got it all up and insulated here. So it's all in there and taped. Again, everything inside these tubes, there's no taping at all until probably that first joint right there. These are just screwed together. And the reason why I did that, I was concerned about the amount of heat running through there if it got over 200 degrees, and if that tape would happen to melt at all, then it would just suck those fumes right into the house. So I'm getting pretty close. I know it looks like the chimney's gonna go up to the center and it'll be too close to the outside, but that's a 1-inch clearance pipe. You can see the pipe there got plenty of clearance up through there, so I should be okay as far as that goes. I still need to put a board here along the back to catch insulation. I'll probably raise this up, put another board on top of that one all the way across. Right now I've got about 12 inches of insulation I can put up in there, but I think I'll raise it up a little more just to be safe. And then I got to put the same board above here, so when I start blowing insulation it doesn't go all over the place. Let's see what else do I got to do. I have to fire the fireplace. I have to start a fire in it, get it really hot, and the reason for that is it's never been used before, and the paint has to cure. So I need to, the duct work is closed right now. It's all sealed up 100%. So I've got to tap in where my vents are going to go into the house, leave those open just inside the attic space, get the chimney put in, start a pretty good fire in there and let it run for an hour or two. And again, that's so that it can heat the metal, burn off all the funk, cure the paint, so that when it comes this winter and we fire it up, the house doesn't stink for that first or second firing. We did this at the last house too, and It really helped. I think we may have gotten, I don't remember it smelling at all. I got it really hot once and it smelled really bad then. But you can get these things ridiculously hot. So you gotta watch out for that. But anyways, all the ductwork part is done over to the house. Figure out what to do next.